hasn't it? South Africa versus Chile. Our climax today to the World Sevens Repechage. Two undefeated sides, two teams with huge designs on going to Paris this summer. South Africa with established Olympians in their ranks, but Chile, this team, this nation on the rise. Luca Trabucci, Diego Varnken, the captain, so influential. McEwen Norkia, 4 tries to his name. Sylvan Davids is in there. Zane Davids is in there, who was at the Tokyo Olympics. You name it, a lot of these South Africans have done it. But to do it this weekend, they need to win here and then win 3 more tomorrow to book that place. And Paulo Duarte's in the middle for it. One of the best in the business, and one of the best in the business as a co-com is Greg O'Shea too.
You're flirting with me, Bernstein. Now, definitely the Blitzbokke do not want to be here. They're used to being in the Olympics. They actually finished 5th in Tokyo. They have a bronze medal from Rio. But Chile, they play with their heart in their sleeves. They're passionate. They're patriotic. So this will be a good battle for top of their pool.
Captain, good.
Interesting little matchup this. South Africa, by their own admission, have struggled for consistency. They have not been at their fluid best all season on the HSBC Sevens, whilst Chile, within the calendar year, have claimed a silver medal at the Pan American Games. They have come 3rd in the Challenger. They missed out on the opportunity to join the HSBC Sevens proper. But here they are now with the Olympic carrot dangling before them. And they've been good so far with their victories over Tonga and Mexico. They get trapped in their own 22, but they get a penalty, so it's a nice, easy escape.
Yeah, that's totally fine for Chile. They're going to be able to get some territory now here with very little pressure on them, and they'll be able to launch the first attack of this game, which is huge. Quality kick there, got some serious mileage.
Diego Varnken, so good, so dependable. Huge challenger experience. He's been to the Rugby World Cup Sevens in Cape Town, which is where these two last met actually. South Africa coming out on top, as you might have imagined at a home World Cup.
And then start jump. You need to stop first. You need to
I say these South African boys are feeling the pressure right now. They expect to be at the Olympics, but there's some tough opposition they have to go through first.
Well, they expect, but they came unstuck against Kenya, and the rapid pace of Patrick Odongo Okongo of Kenya in the African qualifier. They came second, and that's why they're here at the Repechage. And Diego Varnken is skipping around, and he's trying to suck in a few green jerseys. And Los Condores are looking to swoop down the short side. And ricochet off a few shins works out nicely for Ernesto Chimino. And Varnken's back on the ball, pulling the strings. Little stutter and a go, and then a stop and a reboot of the engine from Luca Alveli.
No, you didn't.
Well, it's been all Chile so far. South Africa keep giving away penalties. You can't afford to do that at this level.
Well, they're looking fresh, aren't they? They're looking really connected, Chile, and they're bumping off the likes of Tristan Lades as well in the challenges. Here is Nicholas Garafulic. Try in each of their matches so far. And Strabucci gets himself tangled in with Zane Davids.
Brilliant work by Zane Davids there. He's a young man, but he's been in this Blitzbokke squad for a long time now, and he's unbelievable at the breakdown. He's so strong, and he clawed the ball back there for the Blitzbokke. There's Tristan Lades playing it out half for this game. He's going to launch South Africa's first attack. Let's see what they have up their sleeve.
His brother Dylan was involved for La Rochelle in the semi-final of the top 14, not far from here last night. Unfortunately, they fell to Toulouse. Guess who was playing for Toulouse, Greg?
Antoine
Dupont. Antoine Dupont, Rookie of the Year. He's going to be there in Paris. Goodness me, what a player. Off goes Shilton van Veek. Selvin Davids puts a bit of air on it, finds Lades, who really glides across the turf. Here's Zane Davids, loses his footing at the inopportune time, and Cristobal Game is also there. Oh, that's a nice straightening from Ryan Oosthuizen. One of only 3 Springboks, South Africans, to not score this weekend. They've shared the tries around.
Stay.
Although Norkia has helped himself to 4. Davids spots that there's no sweeper. Off goes Lades. He's got all the time, all the space in the world. He can pick his moment, and he pounces. South Africa, first shot of the match.
Easy work by Selvin Davids there, Tristan Lades, combining beautifully. They saw the space. Look at this, Selvin Davids, he does this for fun, onto his right foot, perfect pressure, and it's bouncing up lovely. Look at this, he's just waiting for it to pop up. There we go, I'll take that one, thank you very much. Open my account for this game.
That's an element of surprise on his face, wasn't there? Looking around thinking, anyone at home?
It's a scary moment looking at that ball bouncing. He was waiting for it to pop up, but eventually will. He was patient and he got himself a try and converted it.
Tristan Lades, nice player. And his converted try means the Blitzbok are in front. They've been unerringly methodical and mechanical in the way that they've gone about their business thus far this weekend. Since they haven't hit top gear, yet they've still scored over 80 points. That looked a bit high from the swinging arm of Oosthuizen. It pops up nicely for Gareth Fulic, who's a big man. He's very powerful.
Taking space. Number 5.
South Africa are letting Chile escape again out of their red zone, out of their 22. Just giving them a penalty. Whether they'll tap now or go to the touchline is the next decision. So you'll see that they're going to the touchline once again, getting up the pitch, getting territory to launch another good attack.
Lucas Strabucci there. Try against Tonga this weekend. He got a couple against Samoa in Madrid as well. So this Chilean side know that they can beat HSBC 7's opposition. They've done it already this year. Can they claim one of the biggest scalps in the game? The South African one. Gareth Fulic gets all locked up by Norkia. It's really congested out there. Very physical and bitty, and that's really Chile's raison d'etre. But off goes Gareth Fulic and showing a turn of pace to beat Lades to the punch. The Selvin Davids is out there, and does he enjoy a fractured field? Puts one off the outside of the boot. Norkia, the Rookie of the Year nominee, in pursuit. He's not going to win the race. Instead, it's boomed across quite casually by Thomas Salas.
Do you think it was outside or inside?
And I think that was before the try line.
It looked like it. I didn't want to say it, Burnsy, but they're double checking now.
Take it in.
Going all the way back.
Cheers.
To where it all started. Selvin Davids looks like he never gets tired. Saw the space again, pinged it down, and Norkia on her chase. And that's what they're looking at there. Burnsy Salas kicking the ball out.
Let's go.
I mean, beautiful finish if he's in the Euros, shaping it into the top corner, but a little too nonchalant, really. I think he had a lot more time, and they could have averted this 5 metre scrum that is going to be very, very tough to defend.
Sit.
Chilton Van Veek positioned on this short side. He's got 20 metres of room, and he's got Lades as well, just like a magician, pulling it out of the hat. South Africa leading Chile 14-0 in this final match of day 2 of the World Rugby 7's Olympic Repechage. Both these sides are heading to the quarterfinals. It's a case of what seeding and who will they play, and at the moment it is South Africa who are almost almost squeezing out a beauty of a pass.
Forward pass first.
That
and
would
then
have been
knock
the
up.
most ideal start to the second half for the Blitzbaka. But they just couldn't get that pass out to Oosthuizen, who's yet to score. Look at this great pace out of the 22, just couldn't find his man.
Now Tristan Lades is really pulling strings out there, isn't he? Sort of puppeteering his men around him.
He's a quality player in the centre of the park for the Blitzbaka,
Sit.
creating a lot of opportunities.
Stay in 5. Stay.
Chile yet to truly threaten the South Africans in an attacking sense. Vaan can usually do a little bit of problem solving and unlocking. Strabucci too. Ships it off. Garafulic dribbles one off the toe, goes to collect his own kick. It's brilliant from Garafulic, but Sheikh Sawyers Wapi is on the scene, and all of a sudden it's in the hands of Selvin Davids, and alarm bells are ringing for Los Condores. Lades again just manipulates the defence into how he wants them to be. Oh, Grobbelaar almost went all the way. Now Davids is back on the ball. It's breathless stuff, and South Africa are knocking on the door of the Chileans 22. Sheikh Sawyers Wapi hits the jacks and tumbles into the corner like we've seen him so many times across the years. It's a second for the competition. It's the first of the match. South Africa are right in charge.
Beautiful full pitch effort from South Africa, started by Sawyers Wapi, finished by Sawyers Wapi, and a lot of people touched it in the middle. But look at this pass from Oosthuizen over the top. That's a good 15 metres, absolutely zipped out to Sawyers Wapi, who frog splashes in with this beautiful dive. Look at that, sublime.
Mr. Milkshake, ice cold when the Chilean cover heat came calling. Former captain of the Springboks, of the Blitzboks, I beg your pardon. Here is this weekend's captain, Selvin Davids, who screams into the stadium in frustration at himself.
My bad.
That's heartbreaking to see. He didn't really even go 5 metres there now, but
Sorry.
we'll get a centre tap field play here by Chile. See can they create something and get a score on the board in this match.
Special player, Selvin Davids. Inspirational in their Dubai Sevens win at the back end of last year. He's one of these Olympians. He was there in Tokyo. 5th place finish for the Blitzboks. Off goes Strabucci injecting himself and then calling on the switch of big Gonzalo Lara. Here's Armstrong, Clemente Armstrong to Chimino. Just a little bit of an offering saying, come get me, and boy, does Ryan Oosthuizen go and get Cristobal Game. Chimino wants to go it alone, but he's not going to run through the Blitzbok brick wall. Called on by Salas. One more, Strabucci bouncing, tricking.
Stay.
Fabulous defence from South Africa, no way through. Oh, just a lot of footing, and just a glint was all Clemente Armstrong needed. And
A little chink in the armour there of the South African defence. They were holding out so well, a little trip, and that was enough for Armstrong to fly through. Oosthuizen give a last ditch tackle, but it wasn't enough, and Chile get on the board.
Clemente Armstrong gets Chile on the board, and they also get themselves an extra couple of points as well. They are reeling South Africa in, but still a long way to go with 2 minutes on the clock. But certainly anyone who can break down the South African defence, that's going to buoy them as they go through into those quarterfinals tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a positive performance going into the big day tomorrow.
Almost over the head of Davids, who's hoisted by big Impey Visser. Soyuzwape out to the middle. No one at home. Interesting to go for the crossfield up and under, but it's worked out majestically. Then the backdoor boogie. Here comes Ryan Oosthuizen. That try was a work of art.
And Soyuzwape's going to say he meant that kick. He meant to carry on. And it was plucked from the air. Watch this. Oh, it was Sean Williams, actually, wasn't Soyuzwape. Up in the air, plucked it from the sky. Did they mean it? It doesn't really matter. Outstanding take. While sprinting down the pitch, and manages to find his support out the back door on the right and goes the distance.
Good. Good.
Well, the same man who created it all claims the conversion. I said a work of art, maybe abstract art. It's not often you see the crossfield up and under, but Sean Williams has maybe coined a new style of attack.
He'll tell us he meant it.
David spots some room in behind the Chileans, but it's quickly closed down by Garme, and well, all the tricks are coming out from all the boys. Good pick up there from Salas. Oh, and he skips one out and he opens up the 5 metre channel. Oh, goodness me. Neither team has been watching the Euros, and eventually the captain of South Africa has managed across the touchline, and it brings to a close an entertaining game that maybe didn't quite have the pep that everyone wanted. But as far as South Africa are concerned, it had the win they desired. 26-7 sees South Africa top the pool. They will head to the quarterfinals as one of the feared top seeds. Greg O'Shea, what do you make of these two? They're going to be battling it out tomorrow. Do you think they've got what it takes to go the distance?
Well, I definitely think the Blitzbokke do. They've brought back some of their experienced players. You saw Speckman there come up on the screen, just bringing that knowledge that they need to continue all the way through this tournament. But Chile are still in with a fighting chance.
Well, you speak of experience, you speak of legends. Sheikh Soyuzwape's down there with Ricky Swinell.
Thanks, Joe. Sheikh's job done in pool play. How do you assess where the Blitzboks are at going into those huge matches tomorrow?
Yeah, I really think that the boys are building nicely with each day, Ricky. So we say that we want to focus on ourselves coming into this one and use the pool stages just to build that foundation to build something solid for the weekend.
When you're coming from Madrid, was there an element of not necessarily holding back in Madrid, but knowing there was a bigger prize here to come and working on a few things to bring this weekend?
Yeah, for sure. I think every tournament it's an opportunity to work on something, and in the previous two, including Madrid, there's a few things in our game on attack and defense that we wanted to work on, and really implementing some of that now, and hopefully we can come Sunday and say that it came together.
You've played in huge matches, huge knockout matches. Tomorrow there is potentially 3 to get to the Olympic Games. What advice do you give to your younger teammates? How do you prepare for that tomorrow?
Now, look, I think our theme for the weekend is it speaks for itself, and it helps each and every individual just to focus on ourselves and keep having that self-positive talk that you have with yourself in your own head. So that's how we'll look at it, and we'll take it one game at a time.
Classic, one game at a time, but that's all you need tomorrow. Thanks so much, Sheikhs. All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
Well, this is how it's all washed up after 2 fearsome days of competition. Men's Pool 8, we just saw them in action. South Africa are the pool toppers, with Chile going through in second and Tonga claiming third. We bid au revoir to Mexico. Pool P, what a humdinger, right down to the wire as far as Great Britain and Canada were concerned, but it was Great Britain who prevailed in that battle to be the top dogs. Ugandan Cranes go through to the quarter-final, and it's farewell to China. Whilst for Pool C, a changed landscape due to the withdrawal of Papua New Guinea, but Spain and Hong Kong, China didn't allow that to fluster them, and they are heading through as the top 2. So after all of that action, this is our men's quarter-final draw. While we've said au revoir to some teams, we say bonjour to the crunch clashes. South Africa v Uganda, Canada v Chile, Great Britain taking on Tonga, and Spain versus Hong Kong, China. Well, we have been blessed with the presence of royalty, with the Serene Highnesses Prince Albert and Princess Charlene of Monaco. And we have a right regal quarter-final draw for the women as well. China will take on Paraguay. Poland up against Hong Kong, China. Uganda face Czechia. And Kenya and Argentina will do it all over again like they did in their last match today. So this is how it's all going to shape up tomorrow. This is the time to set your alarm to tune in to these mouth-watering clashes. China v Paraguay, followed by Uganda, Czechia, and then Kenya, Argentina, Poland, Hong Kong, China, and that is the women's quarter-final.